Okay, thank you. Hey, so my name is Mimi, and I work with Hope International Development Agency, Japan. Hope was actually a Canadian NGO which started in 1975 and was established in Japan in 2000. We work to support the neglected poor. Japan especially supports Cambodia, Ethiopia, and the Philippines using wells, cow banks, and microcredit loan programs. So as you know, in Cambodia, they have a very dark history. Pol Pot regime was from 1975 to 79, and they estimate about 25% of their population was killed or died during this time. So a lot of the intellects, the government workers, the teachers died. This is Miss Lee. She is the Cambodia director for Hope, and she was about 13 years old when Pol Pot regime came in, and she was forced out of school into the fields to do hard labor for quite a few years, but she studied in secret because she loved to study. So now she's dedicated to the families. So in Cambodia, there are two seasons, dry season and wet season. And this is the lake that you saw in an earlier presentation. And in the wet season, it's 14 meters above. In the dry season, it goes down to 2 or 3 meters deep. So there's a huge problem for water supplies in the dry season. So about 300 families live on this lake. They use it for everything. There's keitai shops, there's restaurants, all kinds of things. The toilet you can see up in the corner there just goes straight into the water. So it's very dirty, but children also swim and play in this water. So it's not very healthy. So this is a family that lives not too far away. There's a family of 9 who live in this tiny little shack. The men, when they can get work, they work about 8 hours a day and make about $2, $1, $2 a day. The women maybe make $1.50. The children can't go to school. In rainy season, they dig a hole to get water, and they collect rainwater or groundwater. And obviously, it's not very clean and very easy to get sick. In the dry season, they have to walk, as you heard earlier as well, to get water and food. This is another family in the same situation. The children live with their grandmother. Their parents and grandfather died of illnesses in the past 10 years. None of them have been to school. The oldest daughter on the left works in the fields and gets paid maybe $1.50 a day as well. But they all have to go and fetch water, and they often depend on their village chief. So this is the bamboo train. It's a one-rail train that you have to take to some of these remote villages. If another train is coming, you have to, whichever one is lighter, you take off the tracks, let the other one go, and then put everything. So we use this to go and visit some of the families that actually have wells in the rural areas. So this is one family. Usually 5 families or 6 families use one well. And you can see here it goes about 7 to 10 meters deep. So in the dry season, they can continue to have water. The families that are involved in these projects actually dig the wells and make them themselves. And all the supplies are local, nothing's imported. So if anything breaks, if they need any repair, it can be bought in the local town so they can repair. We train well engineers, so the man on the right here is an engineer. And he goes into the projects and makes sure that all the wells are built properly and there are no leaks. So another project we do is a cow bank program, and we lend families a cow and teach them about how to take care of them, mate them, and hopefully the cow will get pregnant, have a baby. They can keep the calf and return the mother after 18 months after the baby's been weaned. So they're used for fertilization and for plowing of the fields. They're not used for food in any form. And they can use the well water to water the fields all year round so they can grow crops. And any excess crops they can sell in the markets or in their own shops that they have. So you can see here the children, these children have access to a well, so they're much healthier. The baby on the left is quite fat. I didn't see too many fat people in Cambodia. He's very chubby. He's got a cleft lip and is getting surgery very soon through this Smile Train program. But the children were they smile. The biggest difference, kids with wells smile. This is an example. After 1 year of having a well and a microcredit loan program, so the house on the left was their old house. The one on the right is the house they rebuilt after 1 year of having access to clean water. So it makes a big difference. So these people can buy seeds or supplies for their own little shops to sell to the local families. The credit, we charge 1.5% on any microcredit loan. The loan sharks in Cambodia charge 20 to 25%, which is much, much harder to repay. So families like these can borrow, starting $25, and then second, third loans can go up to $100, and they can buy supplies for their shops. And I asked this family what the biggest difference was between having a well and not, and they said, now we're happy. And they just looked so happy. The children playing, they go to school. This woman is the sister of that last family. She has a dessert shop. So she sells kakigori. This is the kakigori grinding machine, and she sells some other Cambodian sweets. So she makes about $15 a day. The other family is $2 a day. Her sister makes about $50 a day from their shop. So you can see the big difference. And one of the biggest differences is the children can go to school. So this is one of the schools that was actually donated by Yokohama International School through Hope. And there's, I think, 6 classrooms here. And they're on summer vacation, but they all came to visit us and help us. So this is a place where they can feel safe, the children can play, they can learn skills for their future, and they can just learn to be kids and have fun. So they were great, great kids. And yeah, so this is what Hope is doing. And if you want any information, I have some pamphlets, so please come and talk to me afterwards.
So